Everyone, I hope you're having a good week and enjoying some much needed sunshine. We're having a lovely day here in the Manawatu. Very exciting new development on the farm today. Now the proud new owner of this chiller, thanks to the generosity of a family member. So very excited. It's going to mean a whole lot more opportunities and different things that we can do with the farm next season. So very cool. So I'll show you inside. So this is all like polypanel or EPS, and it's about 9 square meters. And we need to hook up or sort out the refrigeration piece of this, which we are going to attempt to do via solar power. So that should be an interesting experiment. So I need to try and figure out what like rack setup I want in here. So I've seen some people have like wheelable racks and have like a ramp out the front. And various other setups. So if you're someone that has a chiller and you have any thoughts or ideas on that, please just let me know in the comments or flip me a message. That'd be great. So I think the biggest thing with having a chiller is it's going to buy me time. So you know, my one woman show most of the time. So being able to hold stuff just a little bit longer in the chiller will be really useful. Particularly in like spring, and you've got crops that really just prefer to be held at a certain temperature, so that's really cool. I'm not probably going to get into any sort of long-term, cool storage or anything like that. It's really just to buy me a bit of time. Also, I'd like to get more into doing wholesale and that kind of thing, so yeah, being able to sort of stagger the harvest over a morning and an evening will be really useful. Whereas at the moment, because I want to sell like the freshest product, I'll basically harvest and then sell what I've harvested rather than sort of collecting a bit more product together in order to sell. So I thought I'd just show you the view from our property. We currently have a gargantuan pile of clay out the front of a shed that we've just built. But it provides a really good view. So this is the ranges sort of over here, and then you'll be able to see the farm just through this gap in a minute. So just down there is where we grow all the flowers, and then I'll show you the shop as well. If I can get over far enough. There we are. So there's the shop just down there. So for people that come and visit the farm, they're usually coming from town, which is that way. They come into town, then turn off and come down the drive to the shop. And then this area here just below us on the hill is where we've got some of our production foliage and various fruit trees and other things there. So yeah, gorgeous view, especially on a day like this. Okay, so we're back down in the patch, and we've got a good week of weather coming up, not too much wind, which is always good around here because we're quite windy. So yeah, I'm going to get some seedlings planted out, trying a bit of an experiment to try and get flowers around Mother's Day, so planting some like cool hardy crops to see how that works in this region. So I'll show you what we've got. So I've got some campanula, which I've got just having a little soak. I don't know if you can see that. Normally I do a root dip for planting seedlings, so I use some mycorrhizal fungi, some good microbes, usually a bit of freeze-dried kelp, that kind of thing. But I did that the other day when these arrived, but it was too windy to plant them out. So now I'm just getting some moisture back into them to make sure that they don't dry out too much. But yeah, we've got some kale. So I don't know if you guys have seen like the cool cut flower kale that you can get, which yeah, I'm assuming will last pretty well on the plant, and so I could just sell those throughout the winter, or just whenever they're ready. I found growing these before the colour gets a lot better on them as you get into the cooler months, so that should be cool. So I've got the Feather King variety, which has got sort of like some ruffly sort of feathers, and then something called the Crane Ruffle Bicolour, I think. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see what that is. I've got some Dianthus Sweet Pink, 2 different types of stock. So I've got some Quartet and I think it's got a vintage mix or something. And then yeah, 2 different types of snaps as well. So trying like just a Madam Butterfly mix, which will be nice. And then Avignon, which I think is the old Costa series. I think they kind of rebranded and split the Costa series into a few different things, so I'm hoping that we've timed that right for this region, so it'll be a good experiment. So I haven't bought too many plants just in case it doesn't kind of work out, but yeah, it will be a good experiment, and just to see whether we can hit the all elusive Mother's Day, which we always seem to get a frost sort of the week before Mother's Day, so yeah, we shall see. Okay, so I'm hoping I just need 1 row because that's all I've prepared. So yeah, I've put down a light sort of dressing of a balanced organic fertilizer, and then I've just come through and added a little bit of compost. Despite all the incredible rain we've had, the soil is, I mean, there's a little bit of moisture. I don't know if you can see that one. There's a little bit of moisture in here, but the top kind of surface is still like very dry. So I'm just going to come through and yeah, try and get some moisture into it before I get planting, so I'll get onto that. All finished up with our planting, and I didn't quite use the whole row, so that's good. I'll probably plant some sunflowers or some vegetables down the bottom there, but I'm just going to water these in one more time, and then I'll net this kale and stock to protect it from the white butterfly. But yeah, that's all done. So thanks for following along on this video, and I'll see you on the next one.